Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Today I have a review and a quick little demo for you on the highly anticipated Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit. This is what the packaging looks like. It is super mirrory. It's kind of a golden mirror sheen, but then the inside has these 6 pans. You have 3 of the lighting powders, the ambient lighting powders, a bronzer, and 2 blushes over there. Now, the thing with this palette is that whenever it first came out, and right before it came out, everyone was so excited about it, so anticipating it, and ready to like snatch it up as soon as it came out. And as soon as it came out, I snatched it up as well. And lucky for me, I had one of the $50 Epic Rewards fail credits from Sephora, so I was able to get it for only $30 out of pocket for me because I used the $50 coupon. But other people that had paid the full $80 for this palette were really disappointed whenever they started receiving it because of the pan sizes. So whenever I first saw the Instagram post after someone had ordered it and received it and then were shocked by the size of the pans on it, I was like,
oh my gosh, did I really just spend my money on this? Like, you've got to be kidding me.
It showed a quarter across one of the pans, basically showing that the pans were almost... What? Basically showing that the pans were like only a little bit bigger than a quarter, and I was like,
this is insanity.
This thing is $80 and the pans are like slightly larger than your average eyeshadow. So that was really, really disappointing. But the only thing that made it a little bit better was that I only had to spend $30 out of pocket for my purchase of it. So that was a little bit better. I was on the road at the time, so I was just like, let me get home and see what it really looks like. So I finally got home yesterday and I was able to open it up, and let me tell you guys, whenever I first opened it up, I was like, wow, I can't believe this. I was like so in love with it. I fell in love with it from the first moment that I opened it up. And you know what? Whenever I saw the pan sizes in person, they seemed a little bit bigger than what the pictures online had made it seem like. So I was just standing in my living room and I opened up the package and I was just like,
oh my gosh, I love it, I love it.
I just wanted to put it all over my face immediately. But I waited until I could really devote some time to just like checking it out and stuff and swatching it. But honestly, so many of the reviews were saying that the pans are too small to even dip your brush into, and some of the pictures that I saw even made it look like, you know, the pan was not even hardly as big as an eyeshadow brush. And I don't know if it's just the perspective some people used or whatever, but I don't honestly feel like they are that bad. As you'll see in my demo, this is the biggest brush that I use for it, and this is a blush brush. I'm able to, let me just turn this a little bit, which is going to be the best way. I'm able to get my whole brush in there because it is a domed brush. So there is a little bit of a taper on it. I'm able to get it in there. I'm able to put some blush on it. It works perfectly fine for me. I think that if you spent the money on this and you wanted it, you're going to find a way to make the brush situation work with it. I really don't think that the pan size is really what you need to concern yourself with as much as the utility of it. I'm going to try to use as much of these as possible. I'm definitely going to be using one of the blushes, the bronzer, and then I'm going to use 2 of the powders down here. with this palette, for $80, you're getting 6 powders. You get to try out 3 of the different ambient lighting powders, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. And what one of the major gripes is that all of the mass, weight, content, whatever you want to use, of all of these powders combined is slightly less, I believe, than one full size of one of these products. And you're paying almost double the price. That is a little bit distressing in terms of holiday palettes, because so many of the companies, we are used to them giving us an amazing deal for the amount of product that we're getting. This is not the case. Hourglass did not follow suit with that, and that's their prerogative, and it's ours to choose to buy it or not. But I think that if you have not tried any of the Hourglass powder products, I think that this is a great way to try it out. Sure, it is $80, $30 if you have your Sephora thing still, but you know, I just don't think that it is that bad of an investment for you to make or to gift to someone if you haven't tried any of these powders yet, because I can already tell you that I'm not too jazzed on the dim light. I think it's just a little bit too dark for my skin tone to really make it useful to what it is. So I'm glad that I did not spend my money on a different set that has this in it, or just the one in and of itself. I probably won't get a whole lot of use out of this blush because it is a little bit darker than what I tend to go, but I'm glad that I got to try it out, and I will definitely use it sometimes. But these 4 powders right here, I feel like are totally worth the money that I spent on them, considering that the size really is not as small as people make it out to be. It's about 3 fingers across for my little chubby sausage fingers. Now that we have discussed kind of the little drama between the size versus value comparison, are these powders worth spending your money on, just in terms of quality? And I would say yes, absolutely. Having never tried an Hourglass powder product before, I am so impressed with these. Like, they're so buttery feeling. They don't feel like dry. They don't feel too hard packed that you can't pick up something with your brush easily. Let me just fluff this brush off a little bit. So here's my e.l.f. brush again. I'm just gonna tap into, let's see, I didn't do this one yet, so I'm just going to tap into this one. Look at how much came up just in a few light taps. I'm not swirling it, I'm not doing anything else, I'm just tapping it, and that's how much came up. I think that you're definitely going to get some great use out of this product. I think that if you're spending your full $80 on it, really take into account, do I have any other Hourglass products? Do I need all of these powders, or do I have some of them already? If that's the case, if you already have that little 3 trio ambient lighting powder palette thing, then I would say maybe you don't need this, you know? Maybe pick one of these, swatch it in the store, pick one of them that you really love, and just buy the full size of that one. You know, I would think that that was a great way to compromise on whether you really need this. But if you don't have any of their products yet, I would say that this is something that you definitely need in your life. It is amazing, and I can imagine like taking this with me in the truck and just having a bronzer, blushes, highlighting powders all in one, because I already bring all of those things with me, and this could take up the place of those, you know, 4 items or whatever. And I just really love the look that I got with using the bronzer, the blush, and the 2 ambient lighting powders. I felt like I got some really good coverage underneath my eyes. Ooh, it feels really silky. Oh my gosh. Wow. It feels really silky to the touch. And I feel like it really warmed up my hairline, my cheeks a little bit. And look at this glow. Like, this is amazing. And whenever you look at it up close in the mirror, you can't see any powder on your skin. It just seems to melt into your skin, which I can't believe, because all of the highlighters that I have ever used, even though they're powders and some of them are really high quality, it still looks like there's something on my skin. I don't look like I'm glowing from within. And this, holy mama, this looks like I'm glowing from within. Whenever you see it, in the mirror up close. Like, these products are definitely not products that I would feel uncomfortable or self-conscious talking up close with someone. Like, they're undetectable on the skin, and the little bit of light, you know, like marbling ambient a little bit of ambient lighting powder marbling through these 3 products down here. Oh my gosh, it just really, like, everything just looks luminous. I have oily skin, so I mean, luminosity is not something that I really want in my day-to-day makeup routine, but the way that this looks on the skin looks amazing. Like, it doesn't look oily at all. And I applied it in places that I don't tend to get oily, so I can easily just blot my T-zone and around the edges of my nose and not feel like it's really taking anything away from the product itself. And I really, really am just so... What is she doing? I'm so impressed with this. This is just amazing. And this little nose highlight, I am loving it. So guys, that is it for my review and little demo on the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit. I really love this product. I think that it was definitely worth the money that I spent on it and worth the full price, since I did not have to pay full price for it. And I think that it ultimately comes down to, rather than the value versus pan size, it just comes down to, do you need this in your life because you don't have any Hourglass products? Or if you already have several, are there any in here that are repeats? Because if there are repeats, I think that you should just pick one that you love and buy it full size, or maybe 2, since it's almost the same price to buy 2 of them versus this whole palette. But if you know that you will be traveling a lot, or you just love to get the palettes whenever they come out for holidays, I think that this is definitely worth your money. It is one of the best holiday palettes that I have seen come out. Definitely not in terms of value, but like, sometimes you see all of these like eyeshadow palettes coming out where they give you like 3 or 4 different eyeshadow palettes, all of the same type of colors and stuff. I'm thinking like Tarte, you know, Too Faced. A lot of those things come out, and I think I don't need all of that stuff. It's just not necessary for me because I have so many other eyeshadows. But it's rare to see a face product palette come out that has so many essential things in it that you need. And I think that's the thing to take away from this. You know, that this is something rare that you don't see a whole lot in. And this is something that you might really, really need to pick up for your holiday shopping list or just for your own collection. It is amazing quality. I love it. I'm so glad that I purchased it. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope that it was really helpful and informative and helping you make a decision on whether you really need this in your life. I hope that you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you have it and were disappointed, or if you have it and loved it, or if you're wanting to try it. Let me know, because I'm curious to see other people's reactions to this palette and what you really think about it. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye. What the hell was that? Just what the hell? Really? I guess that's not gonna work.